Alright guys, another video, another day on the track Civic here. So previously you saw we ended up making a late decision to spray the engine bay. So I've kind of done a little bit of work off camera just because I had a bit of time to kill. So I didn't record anything, but I put all the brake piping back. I've cleaned up all these brackets. I've changed all these old nuts to new nuts. I've cleaned all the lines with some special terps and stuff like that, so it's all looking pretty good now. Right, so today's plan is a pretty big plan. I've been waiting to do it for a while now, and that's to put the K24 motor in so we can fit up all the lines, see where we're going to route things up properly. So let's get this thing onto the engine hoist. Right, so I've just put the top engine mount in. So I'm probably going to loop it around here. I'll put the lower gearbox mount in, so I'm going to loop it under here. And I'll probably end up looping it from the inlet manifold and the exhaust. So 4 points just to try and keep it leveled while I put it in. Alright, so we got to start figuring out there's so many bolts and they're not labeled. So I know this is a gearbox mount. So this one here pretty much sits like that. So we got to find the correct bolts for that guy. So I'll leave it here. So this one here sits like that. So I know the bolts. These are these Allen ones here. So we'll put those together. That sits there. I think this long one sits across it like that. Not too short. That's what I mean. They don't label them, so you kind of have to guess. Maybe it's this one. Too short. So I'll figure out that one later. Right now we just want to. So this is the back. So there's two short and one long. So two shorts, one long. Obviously this one here has the step back there, so that's a long. Two shorts. So this is gonna go on the subframe, so we'll do this one first. Alright, so I kind of left it a little bit loose so that I get a little bit of movement when I'm trying to line up this bolt here. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so that's in. We'll just get this one in. Alright guys, finally got the engine and gearbox onto the engine hoist here. Just mucking around thinking about how I'm going to do this. I put the bracket on at the back. Now I'm taking the bracket off because I'm worried about clearance issues at the back of the rack there, so I'm going to put that on later. But she's all secured now, so let's go ahead and move it over to the track Civic. Alright guys, this is pretty scary, but I think I've got it sort of lined up here. So I'm going to drop it down slowly, and hopefully the mounts just lock into the brackets here. So let's see how we go. Alright guys, just a quick update, we're almost in. I'm just doing it nice and slow. Just don't really want to scratch my new engine bay, and also it keeps touching this little heater hose pipe thing, so on the firewall, so I don't really want to break that, so we've got to be careful about that. But apart from that, yeah, she's almost in. So what I'm doing is I'm just slowly going down, checking, make sure nothing's touching or anything. I've taken out that couple of screws. I didn't want to break that, so that's all loose now at the back there. Alright, so the gearbox mount, the bolt is in, so that's in there. I'll put the bolt in the engine side and we got one more. This is the nut. and we are done. Alright guys, fuck. So I had to put tape here because I didn't want to scratch my engine bay, but look at that. Fuck yeah. Alright guys, so the motor's in now. Looking sick. It's perfect. Plenty of space at the back to work on. We still got the radiator going here, so we gotta take this bracket off here. We're not gonna use this bracket anymore. This is the coolant reservoir bracket, so we're gonna take that off. Took a little bit of a break, but we're back now. Yeah, as you can see, we got the engine in finally. So super excited about that. It looks sick. So I guess now we're just gonna put that back bracket in. Alright guys, so that back mount's loosely fitted on. So Hasbro recommends that you get a jack up the sump, take a little bit of weight off the motor in the gearbox, and then tighten her up from the back, and then the gearbox mount, and then the engine mount. So I'm gonna go do that. Alright, so the back's all done tight. So we'll just go ahead now, do the gearbox side. Alright guys, so that one is done. It's a little bit hard because the mounts are so goddamn stiff. It was a little bit hard to you had to loosen the bolts a little bit to get these big bolts in. So we'll just move on to the main one, the engine mount here. So I'll just check these, and then I'll just tighten this one up, and then we'll be all done here. Another day working on the Civic. As you saw last night, I put the motor in and I tightened up all the bolts. It was getting pretty late and it's cold, so I stopped. But today's actually a nice day, so I thought I'd just do something really quickly. I might install the clutch line to the slave. So it's all the way back there underneath the fuel filter, so I've got to route it. I've got to find a nice way to route it so it's not kinked up, not too close, nothing's rubbing, and I've got to route it to this side over here. Alright, so HEL Performance Australia, they do brake lines. So here comes with all the kits. So it comes with the bolt and the 2 washers that you need for the firewall, and then you got the line here, and then we've got this little bit that goes into the slave. So let's have a quick look how we're going to route this. It's my first time seeing it, so which way are we going to go? Alright guys, I've got a little bit of an issue here. I've got a K-tuned aftermarket clutch slave here, and as you can see on the clutch line that I got from Elusive for the K-swap kit, it actually comes with another male, so you can't have a male on male, can you? No. So what I'm going to do is I believe there is another slave on this dyno motor here from my brother-in-law, so I might just borrow it, steal it, whatever you want to call it, and I might just try and take the little adapter piece off, because I know it's only 2 little pins that you got to knock out, and then you'll be able to take it out. Alright guys, so I just quickly did it here. This is what I was talking about. So that's the OEM slave. So you just knock these 2 pins out, and then this little piece here will pop out. So it just sits in there, it will pop out. So we can just use this bit for our K-tune one instead of buying a whole new $170 K-tune brake line. So yeah, it just sits in like that. So yeah, we'll just save a bit of money here. So we'll just go ahead quickly take out this K-tune unit. It's all loose. It's gonna come out, probably drop on the floor. No, my luck. Alright, done. So we'll put this on the vise. Alright, so we're just gonna knock out these 2 pins here. Once knocked it out, don't lose the little pin. We still got here, there's two of them. And there's that. Alright, now this should just slide out. Like that. Alright, so we'll just swap that bit. And we'll put the female end in. Alright, so that's it, done. Ready to go back in the car now. Alright, so clutch slave back in with the female adapter. Alright guys, so I've just quickly dummy fitted it here. I think I'm going to run it straight down and use these existing brackets on the gearbox here just to hold it. And then I'm going to secure it with this brake line bracket back here. So I've notched out a little section here for it to sit on the firewall, nice, and it's going to come up and into the clutch slave there. So yeah, it's going to look neat and OEM-ish with amongst all the brake lines there. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've routed it into this bracket here. It looks OEM, super sick. It's not rubbing on anything here. It's pretty close to the firewall here. I might put a sleeve here just to stop it from rubbing, even though it's already got one on there. I sort of want to keep it away from the extractors that are going to go here. That's why I tried to get it furthest away from the engine as possible, because remember, we've got to put the exhaust here. We don't want it sitting here and burning out, so you want to get it really far away as possible from the exhaust manifold. So these have little black sleeves on here already, so that's okay. So we'll just go ahead, just cable tie it here and here. Alright guys, so I guess that's gonna be it for this video. We've done heaps. We put the motor in, turned up all the mounts, made it all line up. We put the clutch line in, secured it all, made it all look nice and tidy. So I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Plenty more on the Track Civic coming up. So we still got to put the radiator in and drive shafts and all that stuff. So don't forget to like and subscribe, tell all your mates, and I'll see you guys at the next video.